Guys, welcome to Gunners Lovers TV. I watched the Manchester United versus Man City match, and I must say that I was quite disappointed the way Manchester United collapsed. Manchester United had the likes of Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and Casemiro in their ranks, Varane, Johnny Evans, against a star-studded Manchester City team as Haaland, Alvarez, Foden, John Stones, Edison, keep on naming them. There are so many there. But Manchester United, as I told you in the video before this one, soaked in the pressure for some few minutes in the first half, and depended on counter-attack. And one of the moves was the counter-attack they had, where Rashford fired a very long-range shot that beat Edison, and he entered into the goal. Now, as soon as he entered the net, the whole atmosphere changed. He silenced briefly the Manchester City crowd, but it awakened, when you say wounded lion, Manchester City were like wounded lions as soon as that goal entered. The pressure of Man U became very high. At some point, the possession was 72%. And the crowd were urging their club and their team to shoot at every given opportunity. But Manchester United managed to coast along, defend. If they have opportunity to go forward, they go forward. So it was a game of two halves. Manchester United played the first half successfully because they scored one goal. The second half belonged to Manchester City. They took over the game. They keep on playing the way whether you score them or not, they will continue to play the way they normally play. So in the second half, I watched with dismay how Manchester United now collapsed. You won't even think it's the team that started the first half. They became so lethargic. Rashford was so unproductive. There was a particular ball that he could have stood firm. It was just his hand that the defender had. It's a contact sports, for Christ's sake. Look, you don't expect a defender you are about to beat to just leave you to strolling. He will challenge you to try to stop you. That's what he did to Rashford. What did Rashford do? He was throwing tantrums. He fell on the floor, rolling, doing his hand, giving gesture showing gesture to the referee. Two hands up. Can you now blow? Can you see that I've been fouled? Look, the referee saw that it was a fair challenge and did not blow. That action by Rashford alone destroyed Man U completely. They never recovered from that action. Instead of Rashford to get up, you lose the ball, you challenge, show how desperate you are to win by running back to chase that person that took that ball from you. So their man marking was, apart from the way they defend at the back, their man marking from midfield up is nothing to write home about. You see players, many of their players will get balls at very promising positions. They will either fall, or they are displaced, or they give wrong pass. So now I know why Manchester United fans are... I don't watch their matches anyway because I'm not a Man U fan. Now I know why they don't like their team. This is not a coaching problem. Look, this is not a coaching problem for Man U. It is a problem for the players. From the players. Because there's one thing for you to have the desire, you want to win match. There's one thing for you to have the hunger that you want to win matches. But if you don't match those two together with action on the field, then you are as good as a spectator. Manchester United players are as good as spectators because they do not match action. They want to get results. They don't match their desire with action. Manchester City players wanted him more. And you can see, even when Haaland missed so many goal chances, when he finally scored, he was so happy. You see how he needed it. Foden ran to him, kissed his head. Look, Foden was the man of the match in my own assessment, from both clubs. If I was allowed to give man of the match from both sides, Onana, his ball distribution first half was perfect in my own assessment. He tried to even limit the number of goals that Man City could have scored. Johnny Evans did very well, even with his age. He did very well. Varane tried his best first half. But all these players I'm calling for you, by second half, they were well spent. See? So, I don't know. Rodri was as strong as Hero Kutri. When Casemiro, second half, you can't even know whether he's still on the field. They had to, I think they removed Rashford towards the end. They could not buckle up to match Manchester City's strength for strength, tactics for tactics. When Alvarez came in, the game changed again for Manchester City. When Anthony came in for Man U, it was like changing new rapper for old rapper. There was no effectiveness. There was no desire to say, I'm now here. Let me show my presence on the wings. And they spent about 80-something million to buy such a player. So, Foden is a world class, as we have said it, like Saka is a world class. Foden has scored the 17 and 18 goal today against Manchester United. This was a Manchester derby. You remember those days Alex Ferguson used to call them noisy neighbors. Now you can see that it's a positive noise that is really coming out from the other half of Manchester. So congratulations to Manchester City. I, as an Arsenal fan, I was praying for, I must confess, I was praying for Manchester City to drop points. Because when I saw the way Man U was playing first half, I was very encouraged. Only to be disappointed. I'm sure even Liverpool fans too wanted Manchester City to drop points. So, but one thing is very clear next week is either Liverpool win or Manchester City win. Out of those two, one person must win. If they don't win, they will draw. My prediction was that Manchester City will draw with Man U. It was a very, very serious wish, but that did not come true. So, guys, if you go and look at comments on these laws against what do you call them, Manchester City, likes of Gary Neville and co, how they have commented on the disappointment that Man U have players gave to their fans. Man U now, when Bruno Fernandes was interviewed, he says it will be very difficult for them to get into the Champions League spot, to be in the first four, because the likes of Aston Villa and Tottenham are very hot at the moment, winning matches. And the only way you can climb is winning matches. So the way they are going, if they continue this what I call impiti impete, in colloquial language, as I will call it now from our end here, they will not be able to compete. You see, gone are those days when Man U were fighting for the title. They are now fighting for their dear lives, trying to be in the Premier League and even trying to get Europa. So you can see how the mighty fallings. Manchester United at this rate now, they are no longer superior to Manchester City, because I'm sure they can't even remember when they won the Premier League last. Just as Arsenal's own has been very, very long. You see? But we can say we have won so many FA Cups, 14. How many will Manchester United be boasting of trophies? So guys, this is the situation of the match today. Manchester City 3 and Manchester United 1. Foden scored 2. When he was being removed, it was loud ovation, standing 1 for a player who has displayed quality football and giving the fans, full satisfaction for the money they have paid. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Do not walk up past. This is Gunners Lovers TV. Jesus Christ loves you. Happy Sunday to you all. Have a good week. Remember to share this video to your friends. Remember our target of 1,000, and make sure that you recommend this video to your colleagues and family, friends, and other friends you have. Let them know what we are doing on this platform. I'll see you guys on the train again tomorrow when I'm going to work to give you more news and a new video.